Today, June 25th, may feel strangely quiet on the outside, but active underneath. You may not be able to explain it immediately. Maybe something feels slightly different in your mood. Maybe a thought keeps returning. Maybe you're realizing that something you've been carrying feels heavier than it did a few days ago. Not because it suddenly became larger, but because you're finally noticing it. And sometimes awareness arrives softly. Not as disruption. As clarity. Today isn't asking you to run ahead. It's asking you to listen. Because something in the sky today is moving like wind. And wind has a way of revealing what was hidden. Today's real anchor in the Vedic sky is the moon moving through sidereal Libra, inside Swati Nakshatra. Now if you're new to nakshatras, think of them as emotional landscapes the moon travels through. And Swati is often symbolized by movement in the wind. Not force. Not pressure. Movement. Libra itself seeks harmony and balance. So when these energies combine, something interesting happens. You're not being asked to control everything today. You're being asked to notice where you're holding on too tightly. Today is also Shukla Ekadashi. Traditionally, Ekadashi carries a quieter, more reflective quality. So beneath everything happening externally, there may be a subtle invitation today. Simplify. Breathe. Return. If this is already landing for you, if you've been feeling unusually reflective or pulled inward today, comment the word centered. I want to see who is already feeling this shift. Today's energy may bring attention toward imbalance. Not because something is wrong. Because something is asking to be adjusted. You may suddenly notice relationships differently. The way someone speaks to you. The way you speak to yourself. The energy you give. The energy you receive. And sometimes balance isn't about adding more. Sometimes balance is removing something. You might notice yourself becoming tired around certain conversations. You might notice yourself craving quiet. You might suddenly realize you've been saying yes while your heart quietly wanted to say no. This isn't conflict. It's awareness. This isn't about something falling apart. It's about something becoming visible. Because wind doesn't create weakness. Wind reveals weakness that was already there. And once you see it, you finally know where to strengthen yourself. Today has a gentle release hidden inside it. Not dramatic release. Not life-changing release. Quiet release. Maybe it's releasing guilt. Maybe it's releasing pressure. Maybe it's releasing the idea that you need to solve everything immediately. You don't. You really don't. Life sometimes convinces you that every answer needs to appear right now. But the sky doesn't move that way. The moon doesn't rush. Seasons don't rush. Healing doesn't rush. You are allowed to unfold gradually. You are allowed to understand yourself slowly. Today isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for honesty. If this is resonating with you, take a second to subscribe and turn on notifications. That's the easiest way to stay connected to this every single day. Today's energy favors listening before reacting. Pause before sending that message. Pause before assuming what someone meant. Pause before convincing yourself that every feeling needs immediate action. Because intuition today sounds very different from anxiety. Anxiety rushes. Intuition waits. Anxiety becomes louder. Intuition becomes clearer. This is also a beautiful day for simple things. Walking. Writing. Music. Watching the sky. Calling someone you genuinely miss. Drinking tea slowly. Giving yourself permission to exist without trying to optimize every moment. Today's energy does not reward force. It rewards alignment. And alignment often feels very ordinary while it's happening. Only later do you realize it quietly changed everything. Thank you for sharing this moment with me today. If you want to stay connected to this daily, subscribing is the simplest way. Tomorrow's energy is already forming, and I'd hate for you to miss it. Tomorrow the moon begins moving toward a different emotional atmosphere, and I already have a feeling we'll be talking about confidence, expression, and what happens when energy starts turning outward again. Until then, remember this. You do not need to hold everything together today. You only need to return to yourself. May your mind become quieter. May your heart become lighter. And may clarity find you gently.